Hi, I'm Taylor and welcome to VEDA. A real quick of why I'm doing VEDA is mainly because I want to challenge myself to do a video every single day, and this will allow me to have a creative outlet and be more held accountable for things. But in the past I've been very bad at doing like VEDA or VEDA or anything like that, so we'll see how it goes. Plus I'm like in a new state and I need something to do with my time, so we're just gonna make a whole bunch of videos and have fun with it. So today I'm gonna be filming a little get ready with me. So we're gonna zoom in here, get everything. So I've been in Seattle for a total of like 3-ish weeks now, and I've learned a lot of things while I'm here. Seattle like actually really does have a lot of coffee shops. It's not just Starbucks. There's literally like a coffee shop on almost every corner, and everyone has their different opinions about whose coffee is the best coffee. But for me, while I've been here, since I drink chai lattes, I've learned what a real chai latte is as opposed to a Starbucks chai latte. And the difference is one tastes like Red Hots and one just tastes like sweet chai milk. I will let you decide which is which. And as a person who doesn't drink coffee that much, what coffee shop I go to doesn't really seem to matter. In terms of a professional setting, I think I've seen maybe 4 people wear a business suit, like a whole suit tie kind of thing. Sometimes you'll see the occasional colorful blazer, but for the most part people are wearing like jeans and maybe a button up. I think the only people who wear suits are people who work in banks and certain offices and things. But for all the different big companies that are in Washington, like Facebook and Microsoft and Google and Amazon, everyone's super chill, which was a huge shock to me because I would show up to my interviews in like heels and a blazer and nobody else would be wearing that. That's another thing. People don't care what shoes you wear here, essentially. One of my bosses wears Birkenstocks to work every day, and I've since started to just wear sneakers every day since I walk 23 minutes to get to work. And while we're on the subject of transportation, public transportation is amazing here. There's tons of buses and there's the light rail, there's the train. Like you can get somewhere without having to take an Uber or anything. Like you can just take public transport, but it does take quite a while to get somewhere. Like it takes me 23 minutes to walk to work, but it would take me like 30 something on the bus. People also just bike and walk everywhere. There are these things called Lime bikes and jump bikes that you can just hop on. You like pay $1 to start it and you can just ride them to wherever you go and then just drop them somewhere. I personally don't use them because I don't know how to ride a bike, but I still think it's pretty cool. They also do the same thing with cars. You can like, I've only ever heard of Zipcar, but it's not Zipcar here, it's something else. And you essentially just like, there's random cars you can pick up and just drive, which is pretty cool and convenient, and I feel like you can't do that in a lot of cities, but here you can because things are honestly so close together. Like I went to brunch with a family friend in Fremont, and I thought Fremont was far away from where I live. It was 2 miles. People really enjoy being outside, whether it's just to take a walk in the middle of the day or go hiking or boating or things like that. People very much enjoy that, and that makes sense because there's a lot of opportunity to do that here. Like totally could not do that all the time in Florida because it's not exciting, but in Washington people do that regularly, and I need to make some friends so that I can go do that stuff with people, because while I can do it on my own, it's just more fun with people. And while we're on the topic of making friends, the Seattle freeze is real. I just naturally and normally, as I walk down the street, I smile at the people that I'm passing. That doesn't happen here. Most of the time, I'll look at someone, I'll do a little, and they just keep looking straight ahead or just ignore me and don't even acknowledge the fact that I smiled at them. I think in the 3 weeks of being here, I've gotten 1 smile back. 1. And I could tell that it was because he didn't want to make the situation awkward. You really have to, if you want to make friends, you have to really try. But maybe that's just how adult life is. While I am here in the summer and haven't totally experienced all of the grayness yet, the weather here really isn't that bad. Talking to some locals and things, they say it's gray from about maybe November to April, and once you hit February it really starts to hit you, which I totally understand. It's supposed to be spring come like March or April, so if it's not spring and it's still gray, that can be annoying. But the summers here are beautiful. I have been here during one particularly gray day, and that was when I was visiting in June. And from what I understand, that's how it is most of the time in Seattle. It's either like that version of gray or it's raining. And the thing about rain in Seattle is, one, people believe that if you have an umbrella, you're a tourist. Sometimes you just don't want to wear a rain jacket. But also, sometimes it's like pouring rain. Other times it's just a drizzle and it really doesn't matter. I think in the 3 weeks of me being here so far, it's rained maybe once. Seattle particularly is very much just a cluster of small businesses. There's all of these different restaurants and coffee shops and cafes and stores and things that might be similar, or like where I work specifically, there's all of this Thai food. And there's like a bookshop, there's like, there are big chains like CVS and Target and things like that, but for the most part, there's a lot of little miscellaneous shops with things that you can just go in, which is pretty cool because it's not like you'll really get that anywhere else, and you'll find your own store and things that you enjoy. Coming from Florida and having certain stores that are native to Florida, like Publix. Publix is a southern thing, so obviously they're not going to have a Publix in the Pacific Northwest. But what they do have is Bartell Drugs, which is essentially the like drugstore around here. Oh yeah, Starbucks serves you that lid, the sippy cup lid, which, while I understand it, it uses more plastic than a straw does. So people compost and recycle like crazy here. By every single trash can at my work, there's a recycle and a compost. So you basically have to compost and recycle if you come here, or it's highly recommended that you do. Going back to the whole being chill thing, people just don't care. They're like, you do whatever you want. Like, people are very accepting here of like anything you do pretty much, which I guess is why the Seattle freeze is real, because it's like, dude, whatever. Like, you do you, I'll do me, which is nice because then you don't ever have to worry about like, oh my goodness, people are gonna think I'm so crazy. And it's like, dude, they probably seem crazier. You're fine. And they probably don't care either. That's pretty much it. For the most part, I kind of forget that I'm in a different state because it feels so normal now, but there are little things that remind me I'm not in Florida anymore. One of them right now is not the weather, because it's been hot here, and I don't understand. Can it please not be hot like this anymore? I would greatly appreciate that. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this first episode of VEDA. I hope to see you tomorrow, and hopefully I can get all of these fun ideas that I have out and into actual videos for you, and it'll be a great time. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notified every single time I upload a video this month, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!